Hello, my name is Garcia. Today I will be starting with my English POL. I'm a sophomore here at Da Vinci Design. So, my character that I will be doing is Guy Montag, and my thesis is Guy Montag is a very confused man, and does not know what he wants in life, as shown in many points in the book. And first, it's my first characteristic for him is he's confused, and I got a quote from the book. He says, "I've tried to imagine," said Montag, "just how it would feel, to have firemen burn our houses and our books." So this shows that he's very confused because he doesn't know what he wants, because he is a fireman himself that burns down books and houses, but he's questioning his job by saying, "I wonder how it would feel if I were in their position." And then my next one is curious. He says, like in the middle of the book, he says, "Are things like that in books?" And he says this to, I think, Professor Faber. And this is showing that he's curious because he wants to know what is in books. And then my last one, it's showing that he is intelligent, because he is the only one that he is one of the only ones that is very intelligent and questions like the government and what they're doing and why you should live life so fast. And here it says, there must be something in books that we can't imagine to make a woman stay in a burning house. So this is showing that he's intelligent because he's the only one that cares to notice, like his wife and stuff. They just say that the old lady was dumb, that she wasn't supposed to have the books and stuff and things like that. But he actually says, like, if you would have been there and you would have seen her, you would have known what I was talking about. That's my favorite. And now we're moving on to my history POL. So I will be doing essential skill, I think it was 3, the Industrial Revolution, and the Industrial Revolution was very necessary for success in many countries, but it had many downfalls. My evidence 1 is, what I wrote is, the production of goods and the productions and food and goods were increased during the Industrial Revolution. Therefore, the people had a surplus of food and goods. And here I have evidence from the DBQ, and it says that in a small factory where there was only 10 men, that before, when they used to work alone, they wouldn't be able to make 20 pins in one day, but together, when they started working in factories, they can make upwards of 48,000 pins a day. Evidence 2 is urbanization. This was a result of the Industrial Revolution, since many people heard that they were making lots of factories, so there was a lot of jobs opening, things were being made quicker, so many civilians rushed into the cities to get a job. And then evidence 3, that there was flaws to the Industrial Revolution, such as there was pollution and illnesses that were brought. The factories were causing a lot of smoke, and they were polluting the cities. And because of urbanization, people were contracting illnesses such as tuberculosis. And here's from the DBQ. It says the streets were hot and dusty on a summer day. Strokers, somebody whose job is to actually emerged from lower ground doorways into factory yards and sat on steps and posts, whipping their swarthy visages and contemplating coal. The whole town seemed to be frying in oil. So he's saying that when people would they would burn coal to power factories, and this would cause lots of pollution, and the whole town looked like it was frying in oil. And thank you for your time. Do you have any questions?
Go ahead. to either keep your temperature. You can press soy search on the record. And then go into the dot.
On the camera, on the side right there where your hand is, it's a little button. Alright, walk me through.
Alright, so for my garmentry, it was the pancreas gland. It's a gland that produces insulin. My dad has removed it last year, so I put a comma between insulin and my dad because what they're talking about changes like right there, and it has nothing to separate it. And then I started adding the verbs, nouns, and I started with the. The is what do you call it? It's like talking about the pancreas. So it's an adjective, and then the pancreas is what's being like it's the noun. It's what they're talking about, and then is and a is talking about the gland. I believe. So they're adjectives, and then the gland is a noun, and that I didn't know what that was. So I just put an adverb, and then produces is a verb, and then because they're talking about producing insulin, so and then insulin is the noun.
Alright, hold on. Let's back up. So you said, what's the gland?
Gland is a noun.
No, I mean, what is the gland in the sentence?
What is a gland in the sentence?
So what's the gland?
It's talking.
Pancreas.
Oh, it's talking about the pancreas.
Alright. So what did you put for is?
Is adjective.
Is always, 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 always. Is and are was word easy again.
Oh, verbs.
Verbs, so let's change that. So is now the verb, which makes is a gland. What phrase?
Is a gland verb phrase.
Right. So that's your verb phrase. Good. So if I ended, could I end that sentence right there? The pancreas is a gland that produces insulin.
Yeah.
Yes. So just above your comma, just above it, put a period.
Oh, it's a semicolon.
It's a semicolon, exactly. Because now we can break this last sentence up. My dad had his removed last month. So you have noun phrase as dad. What is removed? You have it as a verb here. Is it a verb?
It's verb.
Okay.
Better.
So had, never gone over this, but had is also a verb. So if I said had his removed last month, we already said removed is a verb. So what phrase is that?
Verb phrase.
What's our verb phrase? Good. Finish it up. So now what do we have?
So now we have another independent clause.
Now we got another independent clause. So you've already recognized that little punctuation that you put up at the top is a semicolon.
Yeah.
And we put a semicolon because what?
Oh, because there's two independent clauses.
Two independent clauses. That's it. What did you do?
So for my DBQ history, so the first thing I did was annotate the text. So I put the first thing that they're talking about is liberty. So I put he is talking about the liberty, and the person that's talking about it is Montesquieu. He's the one that wrote this. And in this text, he talks about the executive, legislative, and judicial branches that are powers that there can be no liberty with if they're all in with one person or one body. So I put that this is the idea of separation of powers or checks and balances. And then I put that he's saying he believes that one person shouldn't control the government, such as an absolute monarchy or a totalitarianism, and that because of the concentration, that if one body or one person were to control the power, it would become a tyranny. And then for how does Montesquieu's view differ from a government system based on absolute monarchy? I put Montesquieu's view differs from an absolute monarchy for many reasons. He says that there can be no liberty when the executive, legislative, and judicial powers are united in one person. This means that Montesquieu believed that the branches of the government should be divided into more than one body or person. He says that if not, that it will become a tyranny. And clearly he believes that an absolute monarchy is a cruel thing, and they should divide the power amongst different bodies of people.
Okay, in your analysis, did you say why Montesquieu would be against an absolute monarchy?
Oh no, but it was, I think.
And you kind of pinpointed it, and you used the word cruel. Like, what about it makes it cruel?
Oh, he believed that people had the right to vote. So he believes that it was the wrong thing to have one person in charge because they would want all the power and they would not let the people vote. So he would be against it.
Good, thank you.
Was there other stuff that we do?